Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and we are finishing our miniature accidental ground type Rampage block today with the Gundam ground type M-MSV version. I mentioned, our Maelstrom mentioned to me that he had this round for me for a while, so I grabbed it from him and just figured since it went with the what wound up being a theme, we'd go with it. The Gundam, or the Gym, ground type M-MSV is kind of an interesting beast because it's very, very slightly different phrasing in Japanese, like the difference between ground combat type and land combat type, or something like that. So it's it's a different mobile suit from the Gym ground. With a different design and different capabilities entirely. It's got, for one thing, it's got a railgun with piercing. It's got a beam gun as a sub-weapon, and just two-hit melee, as I recall. So it's not bad. Looks like Mail was trying to get them all grouped up and away from his team so that they could launch an attack, but looks like they're still around the center, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they were able to respond to that or not. But yeah, he said, "I'll draw them to me." At least a couple of them were drawn, but yeah, it doesn't look like his team was able to take advantage of that. So that's okay, because he can hopefully take advantage of it himself. If he can take out this Night Seeker 2, there's there's one of the Zaku cannons nearby. I think it's the half cannon, and probably not the Mia Brinkman version, so it probably is a support, but hard to say. Man, he is taking a lot of damage here. They are just shutting him down the second he gets to do anything. It doesn't seem to be alone in that from the score for the enemy team. They've definitely won the first wipe. But yeah, everybody kind of needs to bunch up here. Number 4 is the gun tank mass production. It doesn't have a bad idea there, getting up on one of the highest points so it can shoot, long distances, especially at this cost where there's nothing really particularly good at flight or, any particularly good high jump suits to go after it. Raids do have assault booster, but if the team is on the ball, they will be able to protect it. Though it looks like it may have abandoned that position and come back, which, again, might not be the bad news either. At the moment, yeah, good side swing, hit the enemy he couldn't even really see. Knocked it down. He is getting focused and stunned. The rest of his team is somewhere. One of those things where just randomly I've talked about it myself, you think you're fighting with the team, you think you're, picking off a target, and all of a sudden the team has evaporated and you're on your own, which it's getting a little bit better here. That's a kill, and that is definitely a support Zaku half cannon, pretty sure. So that's a couple of kills on this life, so it's not bad. And yeah, so far so good. See how the score's doing. 32 to 43. I think it's gotten a little closer, but 35 to 43 is definitely closer. But yeah, everybody would ideally need to bunch up, because I feel like this enemy team is coordinating fairly well. They seem like they've just whenever one of them gets attacked like this, generally it seems like a couple others will come and back them up, but he was able to take out the Gigan fast enough to not an issue. See if that is the half cannon again on his left. He's in a fairly good position, especially since he's got a teammate, but yeah, looks like somebody, Maelstrom saying take the generals, because yeah, the generals are of course a big threat to a raid, so. But good kill there on the Night Seeker 2, a fellow raid. So, yeah, maybe the half cannon was back there, maybe it wasn't, but he didn't have much of a chance of getting to it with all of those enemies on either side, even if it was there. So, Kind of thing you don't want to find out the hard way, dive in the middle there, and oh no, that is something that can, delete me. But no, there is the half cannon, and there it goes again. Or it might just be a standard Zaku cannon, actually. Been a while since I've seen those run, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly good mobile suits, and you can do a lot with them. Good use of the beam gun there. Didn't overheat it, got a good 3 shots in, finished the person with the Vulcans. And it's kind of interesting that both teams seem to have 1 raid, 2 generals, and 2 supports. That's not a particularly common team composition. This map, I think, is pretty well suited to it because it is a fairly big map with places for supports to camp out. But just, yeah, you don't see it very often. 5600 to 5425. The Nightseeker 2 is almost dead again. And got a shot in with the beam gun, got a shot in with the railgun. Missed with the beam gun the next time, but the Vulcans were enough. So, yeah, number 1 is around the base. I think they might be trying for a base bomb, but there's just too many things around to get a moment to do it. So, let's see, Mail does have an opportunity to pick some people off here, though, because, yeah, not a place he'd want to get in close, but there's some opportunities. Now it might be getting in close, because now it's down to 2-on-2 instead of 4-on-2. So, yeah, there's a chance. And, yeah, looks like the base bomb is going to happen. Looks like that could easily be another kill for Mail. And somebody else got it, but that's fine, as long as you keep the enemies busy. Fired through the base, like I said, the railgun does have piercing, but piercing just has really kind of weird properties sometimes, especially... It seems like ballistic weapons that pierce are the worst about it, but just you hit certain parts of suits, and piercing shots will deflect. Gustav was talking about this on Twitter the other day, because he was just showing off some things he'd done in practice. And yeah, just the piercing, a little bit short on the downswing. Sometimes just the middle of the downswing can be shallower than you think it will be. Looks like the bomb, unfortunately, did not happen, or did not happen in time, so nothing left to do to fight it out. It's going to be a close one, at least. But they definitely recovered pretty well from a rough opening where they were having trouble coordinating. But I think, yeah, it looks like the enemy team is going to take it. But, yeah, I lost my train of thought completely. But yeah, piercing, that's it. Thank you, Brain. Piercing, yeah, just like I said, just shots will redirect. They interact weirdly with the geometry of mobile suits sometimes. So, if you line things up perfectly, you may be able to get multiple kills, or you may not. Oops, almost had a kill there, slightly to the left, but yep, not quite, but it was definitely a good showing. So, let's see. Yeah, 3150 out of 8675, 11 and 4, 80,000 damage. That is pretty solid indeed. So, that is going to do it for this accidental block that became intentional on its last day. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So I say this is the last round, and then Spidey Wing tells me he got a ground-type weapons rack round. I don't know if it'll be rampagey enough for the kind of theme I'm going for, or if I'll feel like recording again tomorrow night. But if I do, you will see another one on Sunday. But if not, I've got some other stuff in the pipeline, so we should be good.